If I make them enter on the correct side to see the shadow, then that's perfect. No, so like there's a door, but there's I can kind of place the door. Maybe something to do with having a standing desk. I don't know. Anyway, having a door. Having the door, I can place it anywhere, so that's good actually. Okay, so anyway, time for some coffee. We're gonna continue with the Stumptown coffee roasters. Actually, we're gonna go. Yes, I will. My head is always in the way of the signal. This is coffee time. This is what we're having today. Wait, that is not my coffee grinder. Oh, Stumptown. They are in Oregon, Portland. Let's get more light on this. Only like green tea or herbal tea? Yeah, what exactly is Dutch coffee? It's a very important part of the game development process. Alright, now let this. Hey, yes, Bart, thank you for stopping by. I've been making coffee. I do have a hot water dispenser, yes, behind me. All sorts of good stuff. And a French press. So I've been making coffee in the middle of the stream, and that's been very, very helpful. Right, I think that's pretty good. we'll let that sit for about 4 minutes. So, individual herbal teas amid the mix, put them in the proportion that the mix had them in. Yes. By the way, so yeah, Bart, the coffee, it wouldn't be an accurate reflection of what game development is without showing the coffee consumption. By the way, those of you, Bart is developer of Staxel, and he also streams. So if you guys are looking for other game dev streams, highly recommend checking his out. He's been doing VR stuff, getting Staxel to work in VR. So that's very, very cool. Okay. So, let's see here. This is going to be a bit tricky. Are you a fake developer if you don't drink coffee? No, you're just a unicorn. Oh, Bart, you don't drink coffee either. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, maybe Bart is from the Netherlands, so he can tell us a bit about Dutch coffee. But then he doesn't drink coffee, so maybe not. Okay, so the player, let's see here. I used to be a hardcore cola drinker, but that ruined your teeth. Oh yeah, that's probably worse than coffee. Pizza, caffeine, gaming. So it was funny because at Design Club, Greg Wolin, he worked on Threes and Ridiculous Fishing, Solid Skier. He mentioned he hasn't had coffee in 10 years, and I was really shocked because he seems like someone that would be like really into coffee, and he totally would be. He just sort of stopped, and so did Ryan Wiemeyer, who was in the Hats, and they were both like, yeah, coffee was like making us very anxious, and also after a while you realize like coffee doesn't make you hyper, it brings you back down to normal. And I was like, I don't feel the effects, and I only had 1 cup of coffee that day, and I ended up with a massive headache. So, so yeah, I probably do. Hey, Darksome Callisto, thank you for the follow. Yes. So, okay, so there are a number of reasons. Like, I want to place this here because the player will actually come out from this door. So there's going to be a door in this room. They're going to come up from here. So I actually want them to see where to place the box, like right here. Dutch branded coffee. Hey, Snooks! Hello, how's it going? Snooks! Welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you here. Welcome. Right. Is there some rule whether you can add coffee before or after? Add milk before or after you've added the coffee? You've poured coffee in? You'd think it wouldn't matter. Hey, DDP Motivation, how's it going? Hello. Ooh, yeah, energy drinks are disgusting. Oh, this is very good. Less stirring, yeah. You must add the coffee and milk at the exact same time for optimal results. By the way, the Nightbot thing is just on a timer, so it's not, I think it just like posts every 20 lines. Is that true, Mokasmo? No sugar. I like that. You chalded less? What's chalded less? What? Can starter Snooks? Oh, burn it less. Oh, I see. Can a starter beginning developer earn 200 and scalded? Can a beginning developer earn $250 from Google Play? I actually have no idea because I am not looking at Google Play as a store. I didn't realize you can still burn the coffee though. I would think most of that got burned with the hot water. Oh yeah, what? Yeah, Snooks, I think your question is a little bit too vague. We'd have to know your game and why just Android, because I don't know, it seems like most of the data is more with with the Apple Store. Haven't had much coffee in months. Are you like actively trying to quit on Puko? Yeah, I don't. It's really hard to kind of estimate stuff based on that. I've been starting at an abomination of a method for the last 20 minutes. It's 60 lines, has no helpful comments. It makes me wonder, why do I continue? Is that yours? Did you write it? I actually need to just have the shader like offset this stuff for Z fighting. You gotta comment that stuff, man. You are your own worst enemy. Yeah, I just comment that stuff like just basically treating myself like a total programmer novice. Although 60 minutes is not, although 20 minutes is not too bad. The chainable stuff took me like a week. Alright, so, okay. How do we want to set up this connection? So first, the first thing I need to do is I need to connect this line up. Oh yeah, 60 lines is actually really long. It's pretty long. So what I want to do is I want to connect this to... Actually, where do I want the player to go next? Yeah, no, this is the hard level, so I actually think I want them to go to green next. Oh, fuck. Oh! And maybe that's too easy. Okay, so basically, like, what I want to do here is I want to build a connection between these two areas. But I don't want this to be too complicated just yet, because this will be the very first piece that players have to learn to work with. What you think? Sometimes easy is what they need. I dread refactoring at this point. Hey, Major Idea, hello! Major Idea, you sent me an email about your game. I need to take a look at that. The entire class is 1,500 lines at it. What? Yeah, so I need this thing to be very easy. Major Idea, how you doing? How's your Monday going? I watched I watched Bloodsport yesterday. Terrible movie. The acting is like really, really awful, but it doesn't really try to be anything else. So I guess that's good. But yeah, I saw the email on the bus today. I'd like to check it out. I think you're asking for feedback on your game. Things that should be warnings. Thanks. Oh, it's for the editor, not the actual game. Yes, yeah, streaming can be very exhausting. Someone said like 2 hours of streaming is the equivalent of 8 hours of work. They're probably right. Visual Studio. Have I noticed a bump in my endurance after a year of streaming? Yeah, there were a few things that helped. One is I don't stream at night. So I used to do like 8 p.m. to 9:30, thinking because during the day I was working. The problem though is like then you're streaming after a full day of work, and I'd always have to like rush through dinner just to kind of get on, and I couldn't go out. You know, that's like usually when social activities are in the evenings. So that made it quite difficult. Now though, what I do is I stream in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So three is like and it's a really good time for me. So it depends on your schedule. Like what I do now is I stream in the middle of the afternoon, which is sort of like when during the day I would kind of start to get a bit distracted. Like I'm productive in the morning, you know, I have lunch, I do a bit more work, and then like 3, that's when I be like goofing off on the internet or watching Netflix. So, so I sort of but streaming during that time means like I don't have to. I can kind of work at a pace that's like you know, I'm using time that otherwise I would be wasting, and so that's good. And then the also thing is I try not to like I used to have to think I would only do I'd have to have like an agenda every time I stream, and instead what I do now is I just kind of work on whatever, you know, and that's also very helpful. And certainly making coffee in the middle of the stream for that extra boost is awesome too. So now I stream for, you know, hour and a half to 2 hours each time, and one thing I would recommend is if you're tired, then just don't do it, you know. Um, like Hey. Yes. So, okay. I gotta catch up on this. It's Auditor is talking about. Hey, Lobster Dick. Hello. Looks like Ezio Auditoria's got some Visual Studio problems. I'm not too good about that stuff. Welcome, Lobster Dick. And yes, if you have other questions, Ezio Auditoria, feel free to talk about it. I think, and I just got an email from Indie PopCon. Looks like they got some other streaming it's an email about streaming, which is actually really, really cool. Lobster Dick, thank you for the follow. You have a very funny username. Gonna tune out for a while I parse my these. Okay, Lidzella, I will see you around. Let's kind of continue working on this stuff. So what I want to do is I want to line up. So that is 22. Yes, and by the way, yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, you should definitely follow the channel. Why? I feel like there is something wrong with Unity's selection process. 5.4, 3.4. Hey, I'm on 5. Hey, Mornington Crescent. Hello. Another fellow Unity user. I am also on 5.3.4 P1. I think. Yes. There's everything wrong with Unity's curses. Like something 62. Yeah, there's gotta be. And now it crashed. What is Ezio's issue? Okay, I've never seen that before. Okay, we gotta redo this line. I also needed to have a shader that just automatically offsets it. Yeah, the thing with I have to shifting bits. Are you guys allowed to talk about it? Are you bringing the game to PS4? Because one thing with working with consoles is you kind of pretty much have to update Unity all the time because they update their SDK. Okay, I have not noticed any issues with asset corruption, but that is not good news. Okay, yeah, that's like it's because you got to update the PS4 SDK and then you have to update the latest version of Unity and then you got to update your plugins. So yeah, that's a thing, and it's like you can't afford to stay on the old version of the engine. Oh yeah, maybe because of the nature of my assets. That's probably true. I have very few of them. Good point. Ah, I see. Alright, so this is what we've got here. I am hoping to... I hope this runs. Crashing every second time you hit the play button, and beta is always tricky. Never use it for production builds. Yes, they do actually fix stuff. Yeah. Right. So these colliders have to be tagged. Have to be in the environment layer. Otherwise, I don't. William is correct. They are very responsive. Yeah. Okay, so we've got these are all okay. So bring this one in. Now these two line ends need to be tagged. Major idea. Thank you for hosting. Really appreciate it. Oh, wait! Am I in the recent... Apparently I am in a recent issue of Game Informer. Gotta check that out. Alright, this is... So... For this one, you have to put the corresponding, and that's that, middle, and the corresponding. Okay. So one thing that's tricky with these puzzles is there is the risk that the player can solve them can solve them accidentally. Have I heard anything? Yeah, oh, I didn't get it. Unfortunately, I did not get Twitch partnership. Is the architecture generated? No, it's not. And hello, little Freddy. Welcome to the stream. Again, also, I think you are new here. Yeah, I applied. I heard back from them yesterday. I didn't get it. But that's okay. We'll just apply again. It doesn't hurt your future chances for partnership, so I'll just keep applying. Oh, you're right. I do need to place a block, so we should put a block there. Thank you, Mokizmo. It's a good thing somebody here is paying attention. That was a test. Oh well, thank you, little Freddy. That's awesome. Are you yeah, welcome. So there's a lot of regulars here, a lot of people who are familiar with the game. Developers, hobbyist developers, people who've been falling for the game for a while, and yeah, we're always happy to see new faces here, or new usernames. Well, we do have a way of it's all boxes, so it's actually not as fast as not as long as you think it takes. And there's a lot of editor tools, so like the windows are generated from a 2D image, and so on and so forth. But actually, just realized I'm actually loading all the other levels in addition to this one. I did mean solve it, but the thing is, it's like I wanted to kind of test the big blocks, but I can't do that without having the little block first. Gotta get good at Twitch. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think they want to see some growth. Speaking of growth, if you guys like the stream, you should definitely follow. So, you know, Twitch will give me partnership. That's not that important. It's not really a huge concern, but there are some benefits. Like they'll consider you for getting featured, and certainly it would be great to. Okay, so this is we need to put a box here, so just so it's easier. Let's grab a box. I'll put it down here. Again with the Unity selection, it's like I clicked on Gravity 1. Hey, little Freddy, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome. So anyway, now this is actually a really good opportunity. And I will talk about... Hey, Mornington Crescent, thank you for the follow. Load all available scenes. So, anyway, this game is called... For those of you that are new, we'll talk a bit about... My attention test wasn't very good. I actually got a false positive. Let's see here. All right. Show you guys what the game is about for those of you that are new. So it's called Manifold Garden. I've been working on it for about 3.5 years. Mostly by myself. I've had a few programmers, you know, contract programmers helping me out here and there. We have someone new that's starting on... Hey, Konkonstia, thank you for the follow. I have a new programmer starting on Monday. And this game is coming to PC and PS4. I'll actually be at E3 this year with Sony, which is pretty exciting. And yeah, we're using Unity. Wait, wrong one. So on the stream it's like a combination of programming and level design and what else? Art and it's just kind of general indie game development conversations like getting funding. Yeah, the E3 went turner. So okay, just a quick basic overview. You have this ability to change gravity in the game. This is sort of the main mechanic. You will basically walk up to a surface and you can change gravity like that. So it's sort of like that scene in Inception where they fold the city Paris in half and start walking up walls. And then the other thing is that the world, the gravity wraps around, the world wraps around on itself, so it's a 3 torus. So here you can actually see these things. You see that the Z piece, it's both, the one I'm looking at down there is the same one here. Or in fact, if I land, I'm pretty sure half the ones I'm pronouncing them wrong. So anyway, it's the same one that's traveling down, but you're just seeing it multiple times. So what we're working on right now is I have this, I'm going to go into no clip mode. So I've got these kind of giant lockable puzzles. So the idea with this one, right, to solve it is like you need to actually, so I'm trying to figure out if the player, hey Lobster, thank you Lobster Dick. So we're going to be opening up playtests soon with itch.io, and I'm also setting up, I got a Steamworks account recently, so we'll be setting up a Steam store page and people can start adding it onto their wish list, which is going to be very cool. So like right now I want this yellow green block to be on the other side, but this red blue piece is blocking, right? So in order to do that, I need to first slide this down. So we end up here. And now we slide the red block down. So, and I really like this puzzle because it's starting to get you to use the entire area. Yes, but people have very, very hard to pronounce Twitch names. Some of them. Alright, so now we have this lined up. That one scene in Inception, yes! Right? But it's also got, I don't know if you've seen Interstellar, the ending of it has something similar. Was there something in particular that inspired the game mechanic and art style? Yeah, I mean, you know, the works of M.C. Escher is definitely a huge influence. You know, I've been working on the game for about 3.5 years, so right, so that's the connection that we want. So I've been working on the game for about 3.5 years, so it's just sort of, it's a whole mix of stuff shoved in, right? Like, you know, game-wise, Witness, Starseed Pilgrim, Dark Souls with the level connection. There's existential stuff, M.C. Escher, Inception, Interstellar, Borges, Blame, the manga. Hey, Celestina Starshine, welcome back. Oh man, so I have a conference call at 5 p.m. so in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream now. But Monument Valley, yeah. Although that game actually came out after I started working on it, but yeah, that's given me some ideas too. I should have made Monument Valley. That game started after and finished before I did. Yes, a Mandelbrot. You mean like a fractal? So fractals are also very important. We're going to be doing some fractal programming in the next few days as well. I want to have some of that in the game. So let me just, I want to do a quick test of show you guys like this thing we've been working on. So first, what we will do is move this out of the way. Favorite parts of Dark Souls level design is the way everything lines up with each other, which isn't a thing in Manifold. That is not exactly true, actually. Things do get connected with each other in a larger sense. So it's just not connected inside 3D space. But even inside 3D space, things do wrap around and connect. So it is very much a thing in Manifold Garden, Mocha's Mo. So let's do this quick run and then I will end the stream. But yeah, I think you guys might actually see me on the front page of Twitch coming up in June. Not through my channel, but hopefully through some of these other events that I'll be going at. I don't think you are talking about the same thing as me. Interesting. Perhaps not. Interesting. Hey, Captain Finn, tell me about the concept you have in mind with Dark Souls, or we can continue that in the next stream. So, you can see I light this up. Oh, of course, these chains keep getting disconnected, which is the most annoying thing. You can load up all the level geometry in the 3D viewer and everything connects up properly in 3D space. Nothing overlaps each other. Ah, yeah. Well, that sort of happens inside the world itself. It's just not as big. But yeah, I mean, between the different levels, they basically have to have disconnections. Yeah, it's just not for the entire game. Shit. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. I'd like to have more of that. That is something I want to do more of. I also don't have loading zones in between. Well, we're gonna get playing around with the portals some more. All right, let's run this up. Yeah, I really like that about Dark Souls. Yeah, I want to have more of that because it's those moments, right, where you like open up. Like that's what's so cool about the level design is you open up the shortcut. So I want to kind of get a bit more of that. I don't think I can do it quite as well because using standing desk. Yeah, well, it's actually a sit stand. It's adjustable. So I sometimes I have it sitting, sometimes I have it standing. Right, so I want that one to connect. Have I integrated occlusion culling? Sort of, not quite. It's like I want that piece to line up. Oh, see, this isn't a good design because there's not a lot of surfaces. How long is the game for? You can play for like. There's like 2 hours of content right now. Like right now, you kind of play and you get to a level and it just sort of stops. Because there's like, it's just not finished. Well, you get to this level and there's... Aha, you see that? Right, so that's starting to connect. So you want to use that to open up a door on that side. So that's... Anyway, I really like this puzzle. But yeah, I gotta do my... we'll take a screenshot of this, because that's like... and you can actually see it in the distance background as well, which is kind of cool. Cool. Took some screenshots. Okay, guys, thank you all for hanging out today. And for all of you that are new, thank you for the follow. Thank you for checking out the stream. I will be back on tomorrow. I might actually stream some more tonight because I've been wanting to. We just finally spent the last week trying to work on the code and got it all working. It is a custom image effect, and it's actually much better than the Unity edge detection shader. It's very, very refined, and we'll talk about it some more another time. Yeah, the thing is that I don't have that. I have like much smaller versions of that. So, but anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. There's not going to be an ending sequence today because I got to jump on that call right away. But all right, bye everyone.